Here we'll be talking about digital growth. Digital growth is the use of digital technology to solve traditional problems. Yeah, this digital solution enable inherently new types of innovation and creativity, rather than simply enhance and support traditional methods in a narrow sense. Digital transformation may refer to the concept of going paperless or reaching a digital business maturity, affecting both individual businesses and whole segments of society, such as government, mass communication, higher medicine, etc. We have digital transformation as is described as a total and overall societal effect of digitalization. Our digitalization has enabled the process of digitalizing, which resulted in stronger opportunities to transform and change existing business models, consumption patterns, socio-economic structures, legal and political measures, policy measures, organizational patterns, cultural barriers, etc. Digital transformation has a major challenge and opportunity when planning for digital transformation. Organizations may factor the cultural changes that they will confront as workers and organizational leaders ad- adjust to adopting and relying on unfamiliar technologies. Digital identity. A digital identity is information on an entity used by computer system to represent an external agent. That external agent may be a person, organization, application, or device. According to ISO 24/7, so identity is defined as a set of attributes related to an entity. The information contained in a digital identity allows for assessment and authentication of a user interaction with a business system on the web. Without the involvement of human operators, digital identities allow our access to computer and other services they provide to be automated and make it possible for computers to mediate relationships. The creation process for a trusted digital ID generally includes the following three steps: capture attributes of ID, document or biometric data, verify the authenticity of these documents and the identity of the person presenting the document by using biometric or third-party check. Finally, digitize this digital ID. One, capture, verify, and digitize ID. Identity development now. This is the process of developing an identity which begins with the infant discovery of self, continues throughout childhood, and becomes the focus of adolescence. Eric Erickson, a pioneer in the field of personality development, identified the goals of adolescence as achieving a coherent identity and avoiding identity confusion. Identity is multidimensional and may include physical and sexual identity, occupational goals, religious belief, and ethnic background. Key methods of identity development: identity diffusion. The status in which the adolescent does not have a sense of having choices. He or she has not yet made nor is attempting willing to make a commitment. This is the least complex and mature of the four identity statuses. Identity diffusion is the mark of those who have neither explored nor made commitments across life-defining areas. They may not have experienced an identity crisis, with some reporting having little interest in such matters and other reporting repeated indecision. So we move straight to the key methods of identity development. Identity foreclosure now. The status in which the adolescent seems unwilling to commit to some relevant roles, values, and goals for the future. Adolescents in this stage have not experienced an identity crisis. They tend to conform to the expectations of others regarding their future. E.g., for example, now we have allowing a parent to determine a career direction. As such, these individuals have not explored a range of options. Key methods of identity development now. Identity development moratorium. The status in which the adolescent is currently in a crisis, exploring various commitments and is ready to make choices but has not made a commitment to these choices yet. Despite such anxiety, the postmortem trend has been has been for more people to spend more time in the status a phenomenal Gaussian professional adulthood. Key moments of identity development, identity achievement, the status in which adolescent has gone through an identity crisis and has made a commitment to a sense of identity, that is, certain role or value that he or she has chosen. Conflict theory now. Conflict theory is a perspectives in sociology and social psychology that emphasize a materialist interpretation of history, dialectical method of analysis, a critical stance towards existing social arrangements and political program of revolution or reform. Conflict theories draw attention to power differentials, such as class conflicts, and they generally contrast historically dominant ideologies. It is therefore a macro level analysis of society. Now we move to the symbolic interaction theory. The symbolic interactionism is a sociological theory that develops from a practical considerations and alludes to people's particular utilization of dialect to make images and normal implications for deductions and correspondence with others. In other words, it is a frame of reference to better understand how individuals interact with one another to create symbolic words, and in return, how these words shape individual behaviors. Functionalist theory. The functionalist perspective is based largely on the words of Herbert Spencer, Emil Durkheim, Talcott Persson, and Robert Merton. According to functionalism, society is a system of interconnected parts that work together in harmony to maintain a state of balance and social equilibrium for the whole. For example, now we have each of the social institutions contributes important functions for society. Family provides a context for reproducing, nurturing, and socializing children. Education offers a way to transmit a society's skills, knowledge, and culture to its youth. Politics provides a means of governing members of society. Economics provides for the production, distribution, and consumption of food and services. And religion provides moral guidance and an outlet for worship of a higher provider. Societal change due to technology. Technology has changed education. Technology changed the ways of education and learning methods. We are not able in the past to get data, information, knowledge so quick with flexibility. The school was very far from home. We learned that was not interesting in certain ways. But today, because of technology, there are online schools. Anyone can do a degree online by using the internet, computer. There are various types of online courses for everyone with different content. So we have the societal change due to technology now. Technology changed the way communication. Today we have mobile internet, computer, social media, video conferencing tools, and mobile apps to communicate with anyone around the world. It was not possible in the past. The benefit of communication change is that if it's the fast, easy, quickest method of communication. In the past, a letter takes 10 days and stuff to and so also to reach the destination, such as money order, green cards, personal letters, thousands of other communication sources are not as fast as what we have now. But technology is change that now. You can send emails, you can transfer money, you can do it through mobile phones. This is what technology has brought us to. So, digital divide. We have the digital divide is a gap that has been created between those who have access to technology, those who do not have access, and those who with limited access to technology. There are several factors that contribute to this gap, which include poor areas, disadvantaged individuals getting access to rural areas, and a simple lack of interest. The poor not only includes poor areas of our country, but also include entire countries, which makes the digital divide a global issue. The disadvantage includes the disabled, the unemployed, and the uneducated. And finally, since some people are just resistant to change, they have no interest in joining the age of technology. how digital divide affects our store now. Digital divide affects our store in various ways, right from the cost of technology to access for the disabled, lack of skills, lack of education, lack of information, and lower performance computers. The cost of technology affects the store as it is an upcoming business, but the management is seriously considering going digital for most of our processes. The management is also looking at the training for all the staff working in the store so that all the staff will be familiar with the technology when this technology is finally up and running. We have how technology impacted communication. Technology has changed the way we interact and communicate with one another. With the increased use of social-based network, people can create new relationships and also discover old friends with technology. Parents can communicate and keep track of their children, so communication has become easier and cheaper. Below are a few technology that impacted communication. um, how technology impacted communication through text messages services, keeping in touch with friends and friends in very is very important. So text messaging services that solve this problem by creating mobile phone apps that could do it. For example, the iMessage. We have social networking platform. Um, this social international network have helped individuals discover old school friends and also get new ones such as the Facebook. We have parental security app. Gone are those days when they had you had to lie to your parents about your location. Now the GPS tracking mobile apps, your parents will install the GPS enabled app and they can see where you are. We also the free internet calls. Friends can call each other for free using free internet call center. Um, a good example is Skype. Yeah, with Skype software installed on your laptop, you can even do video call and stuff. So communication can even make you guys see each other now. How technology impacted communication, we move on to the use of emails. Even though social network are trying to replace email communication, there is certain information which user cannot exchange via social network. So email services like Yahoo Mail, Hotmail, Gmail, and stuff, they still are still very important. Video conferences gone are those days when you had to wait for your boss to be in a meeting to start a presentation. New technology enables your boss to be in a business meeting while in a hotel in Hawaii preparing for partnership and or investors meeting. Uh, Deviance in physical and digital world now. Physical world deviance that take place in our society, that is in the physical world. The most common forms of deviance are crimes against one another or society, such as theft, abuse, murder, etc. When someone violates the law, they are violating the social norm that has been established and are generally labeled as deviant. We have even minor violations of the law, such as speeding 2 miles above, are actually considered to as deviant. Deviance in physical and digital world. Uh, in digital world, virtual world, deviant acts that occur via the internet with the ever increasing reach and options that are afforded to us by the internet. Society has adjusted to the possibility of new forms of deviance, like the form of cybercrime. Deviance that we see in physical world, deviance in virtual world is subjective in nature, and what is considered to be deviant is changing and growing each day. As with some other forms of crime, internet crime can be hard to combat and resolve because the people engaging are actually tech savvy and can clean their footprint. So impact of deviance in store, like we've talked about in module 6. We Deviance in the workplace can actually be a good thing if it's in a positive, if it's an impulsive positive impact. Traditionally, deviance has referred to intentional behavior that departs from an organizational norms in a negative way, so thereby threatening the well-being of an organization or its members. Stealing and incivility are commonly cited as an example of deviance or harmful behavior. However, positive deviance can be defined as intentional behavior that significantly departs from the norms of the reference groups in non-real ways. So we have how to manage deviance in the store, social control. We've talked about that in module 6 as well. Our society practices social control, which is the regulation and the enforcement of norms. The underlying goals of social control is to maintain social order, which is an arrangement of practice and behavior on which society's members base their daily lives. Think of social order as an employee handbook and social control as a manager. So when a worker violates a workplace guideline, the manager steps in to enforce the rule. So whether positively or negatively. Thank you.